What's up, fellow crime fighters? It's Cody Lee here, aka Tihyo, the creator of the Superheroes Unlimited mod for Minecraft. And today we're going to be doing some reviews on the mod. We're going to be reviewing two versions, actually. Version 4.3.5 and 4.3.6, respectively. So, get comfortable, grab your popcorn or whatever you're gonna eat, because this is gonna be something we haven't done before. It may take a little bit of time, maybe a little lengthy, but we're gonna get through everything. I'm gonna show you guys everything that's changed in the mod and some really cool stuff that's happened. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Alright, guys, so like I said, this mod review is going to be a little bit different because we're doing two versions in one video. And the reason for that is because the two versions are basically one big version. 4.3.5, 4.3.6 are, the mechanics update and the modular update. They are two minor versions, but together make a major version. And the reason to be honest with you guys, 4.3.5 wasn't supposed to come out when it did. It came out early, and I did that because it was Easter weekend. We just had passed 10,000 subs, and I want to thank you guys so much for that. And I did that, because I wanted to give something back to you guys, for helping me out. I was going to, have you guys have fun and enjoy the weekend and, and just show my appreciation for all you guys are doing for me. So I released a little bit early, thus why there's some bugs in it and some characters that were supposed to be in it aren't in it. So all that was updated and fixed and stuff in 4.3.6, which was part 2, which does add in some new characters itself, the rest of them that was supposed to be. So when I referred to this, note the version I'm actually recording in right now is the latest version, 4.3.6. So a lot of these things you're seeing aren't in 3.5, so I highly recommend you download 3.6 now, because things are different. And a lot of the core mechanics I'm going to be talking about aren't in 3.5, but, there's different versions of it and stuff like that. Version 4.3.6 is probably the most stable version, one of the most stable versions actually ever released. There's rarely any bugs. If there isn't, nobody knows about them. I haven't seen any. But we've been having a very rigorous process of testing through stuff and, making sure, taking all your guys' requests, requests, what am I saying? All your guys' input. So thank you guys for submitting those bugs, so we got them all fixed. So, all right, let's get right into the meat of this. So, if you know, version 4.3.5 added in character heights. It was the system I made, and it was it was glitchy, and I don't know, like when I first did it, it wasn't, and apparently nobody else has been saying anything about it. So it's weird because it's only on multiplayer or on LAN or any multiplayer interactions with other players. And the models you'd sink into the ground, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. When other people saw you, it looked like you were sinking, even though you weren't. And I don't really know why. Nobody said anything about that. Maybe nobody noticed. But anyways, so we got rid of that system. But I wasn't going to give up the player heights, so we updated, and we are now using Render Player API for that stuff. It's a great API, and it's not required. So if you guys don't want to install that, you guys do not have to install it. The mod will still work like a charm. You just want to have these cool heights things I'm about to show you. So it's all client-based. So again, you do not have to have it, but if you want to have the cool heights and renders in first person like I'm going to show you, I highly recommend installing version. It's 1.7.10, version 1.0 core, I believe. Link to all that will be in the description of this video. So that's the version you need to get what I'm about to show you here. But again, it's not required to play the mod. Just like an add-on. That's why it's a modular update. So we're gonna go over some few characters that have had some significant size changes, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. So you have the regular player model in here. So we put on the Hulk. It's really cool because now the Hulk is big. So if you can see, I'm a lot wider, I'm a lot bigger. I'm bigger even now than in the version 4.3.5 update. A lot more wider. I mean, it's cool. It doesn't change any thing like your height first person, but you look like it's so cool. It's gonna be great for like films. If any of you guys are using the mod to film, it's gonna look great on that aspect. You'll have all the different character heights and stuff. But also render player API, as you can see, I have my first person hand covered by the armor, and that's created by the chest plate. As you can see, there's my hand, and put the chest plate on with any armor, and it puts the hand overlay. It looks really cool with Wolverine and characters that have claws, because you know the claws can come in and out, so you can see it all in first person now. So that's really cool. We're gonna take this off real quick, show you some of the other heights. I messed that up. We have Groot, who's actually even taller. I may actually have to step outside for this because Groot is extremely tall. So if we get here, as you can see, he goes way tall, and I'm kind of outside of. Let me get out. Let me step outside for a second. You can see I'm really tall, accurate to the films. It's really cool. Really cool stuff. That's why I highly recommend you get the API, because you can you just look cool. But again, it's not required to play the mod. Now, some certain characters like Hulk, Groot, Rocket, they have special heights, but all the females, I don't know if anybody knows, are actually smaller. It's a slight difference, but they're thinner and a little bit shorter. This is applied to all female characters in the mod. So as you can see, if you watch, I got a little bit skinnier and a little bit shorter, just to make it a little bit more feminine. It's a little aesthetic. I mean, because I really don't want like a huge bulky Wonder Woman or Batgirl running around. So just something a little different. Just made them a little bit. Just something for diversity. So not every character is the same. Now Rocket's really funny because he gets shorter. So it's like, oh, look at you have a little raccoon. Oh, it's so cute, and you just be a little Rocket, running around and stuff like that. So we're gonna take that off there and put this back inside here. Nobody can care about that. On an armor, to get a height perspective of, I'm just gonna Hulk back on height perspective on armor stands from Bibliocraft. Now some of these may look a little bit weird because the render, like the armor stand sticks through some of the suits that are smaller. So you can just update the texture if you want on the armor stands. But as you can see, you can actually get a feel for how much bigger. I'm a regular player, and that's the Hulk. So that gives you a lot better feel for how much more massive some of these characters like Colossus, Hulk, and all these guys are. Put Groot on there. Show you guys how massive Groot. He's thin, but how tall Groot is. Look at that. Look how tall he is. Like a giant compared to me. Vertically, that is. So really cool stuff. I'm just gonna leave Groot there. We're gonna head on to the next thing that was introduced, and that's animations. And what I mean by this is some characters actually have animation. I still have Hulk in my inventory. Some characters actually have animations for certain various things. The most common is the cape animation that we added. So I'll use Mr. Bolt as a prime example. If I put the Mr. Bolt suit on, and if I walk, the cape actually moves. So another great thing for aesthetics. This version adds a lot of cool stuff for aesthetics. Makes it great for role plays and films of superhero nature that you guys want to use the mod for. So it makes just things a lot more accurate and visually pleasing. So I'm gonna take him off. I'll just delete it, whatever. We have characters that have wings. Their wings open, and they will flap their wings to show Hawk Girl. So we have Hawk Girl here. If I go up in the air, I'll still start. My wings will start moving, and see I come back down. It closes. If I'm in the air, it stays like this, and if I start moving, my wings start to flap. This applies to Hawk Girl, Angel, any character that has wings, not Spawn's cape, but wings. You'll get that cool flying animation, and this one's great. Nightcrawler's tail wags like a dog when you walk. I think it's so. Look at that. That's so funny. I just added in for the giggles. Just why not? Have a little Nightcrawler's tail. A little wag as you crawl or walk, or as you crawl. You should crawl because you're Nightcrawler. So now we're gonna be getting into some new characters and some new mechanics to previous characters and stuff of that nature. So prior to version 4.3.5, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but the acrobatics ability that basically was essentially the modded version of jump boost. The higher jump boost you had for characters like Wolverine, when you get hit by people, you just go flying in the air. The more jump boost you had, the more higher you jump whenever you got hit, as not from knockback, that is. And it was just made it so difficult to fight bosses like the Joker and stuff of that nature. So we added in the new jump mechanic. So as you can see, it's you can jump a little bit more as of ease and stuff of that nature. So I just thought I'd point that out. I just also wanted to show Wolverine's claws in first person. So cool to see that. But yeah, so there's a new jump mechanic that's been implemented. So that's cool. Also, Spider-Man 2099 now has gliding in 4.3.5. That was when it was first added, but it was mixed with the F key that also shot the web out like this. And so every time you glide, you do that, which kind of got annoying. So now to glide, you hold G down and you'll glide. So it's a different key, so there's no confliction there. All right, so now we're going to get into some new abilities to previous characters. And so the first one we're going to start off with is Glacius. So Glacius has a cool new move called Blizzard, which was made to counteract characters that were flying and just make a massive blizzard storm. And I'll show you what that is. So if you hold suit ability 4 down for about, I hit F, didn't I? Yes, I did. If you hold suit ability 4, which should be defaultly as the V, for around 15 seconds, we're going to wait here. I'm going to create a massive, snow biome kind of thing, a blizzard, if you will. So we're going to hold that down for 15 seconds, and as you can see, bam, just this giant snow area just encompassed. Slower computers may experience a little bit of lag at this, but if you have a pretty good computer, it should be fine. It's not too, lag intensive. But as you can see, it's really, a really effective move. You can, just basically turn everything into an ice domain, or a snow domain, that is. It creates, a little blizzard, which is cool. The other thing Glacius has is, a lot of people have been asking about this, is Frozo. And Frozo is not a character, or he's a character, but he's not a suit. He's a dragon. He's Glacius's ice dragon that he has. So if I hit the C key, see, I'm on peaceful. If I get off peaceful and I hit the C key, I can I can mount on top of Frozo, the ice dragon, and I can fly around as him, and he'll do damage. He'll fight mobs and stuff. So it basically gives Glacius the ability to fly in a sense, just not directly. Frozo does. He has 3,000 health, does 10 attack damage. His defense is 12. That's in retrospect to the defenses of the Godzilla characters. And he's got knockback resistance of 1.5. He also has an ice breath attack where he'll do what Glacius does and freeze entities that he comes in contact with. And to fly him, it's basically kind of like Mothra from the Godzilla mod of wherever you aim your cursor, that is where he'll fly. You aim it down, he'll go down. You aim it up, he'll go up. So yeah, we're gonna just hit shift to dismount and he goes away, or we could hit C or suitability, I believe 3 to equip him again. So we're gonna fly back over to the mod area and go get some Inferno and show you his new abilities. So some cool stuff, some really cool stuff. Some of the supers have gotten. Now I'm Inferno. I'm gonna be showing a new ability he has. It's a little minor thing, but nevertheless, it's important. I thought I should show you guys. Also, Inferno's model, as you can see, is bigger than the player, so that's cool too. So basically, Inferno has a new move called Heat Flare, and all it simply does is if you press suitability 9, which is the Z key defaultly, it'll melt ice when you walk up to it. So if I hit Z, it'll melt ice. So say, a character like Glacius or Superman or a character of that nature goes and does their famous, notorious, annoying freeze breath on you that gets you encapsulated in something similar to this. You can hit Z and Heat Flare, and you can just, melt the ice and escape. So that is Inferno. On to Berserker. Alright, so Berserker's another character that got an increase in player height, just very so slightly, but nevertheless an increase. But he also has a new ability called, or a new form, I should say. It's not even it's an ability, but it's like a form, kind of like Super Saiyan, but it's called Primal Berserker. And basically, Primal Berserker is a mode Berserker goes in, and a lot of it will be more elaborated when we start doing the Tihyo Universe films. That'll come out on the origin stories and stories of the characters that we've created. And so look out for that, guys. It's coming in the next few months. Mr. Bolt will be the first one. Just a little plug-in right there. But basically, Primal Berserker is when Berserker he goes into that state, the Primal Berserker state, when he's not strong enough in his regular form, which most of the time he normally is, so it's kind of a rare occasion, and it's kind of like a meltdown mode. Basically, he's pretty much indestructible to anything, destroys anything. Except he's still weak to magic. That's the only thing that can take Primal Berserker down. That and himself. What I mean by this is Primal Berserker has about a 25 to 50% chance of insta-killing himself after the move is complete because he'll overheat, systems will malfunction, and he'll just implode upon himself because he's gone to this state where it's just he's melting down, sort of like a nuclear bomb, if you will. But I wasn't going to make it blow. I wasn't going to make it, like, destroy everything because that'd be super OP and super laggy. But, it would destroy, mass amount of destruction. But in the mod, it just insta-kills you. So how you do this is you hit the N key, whatever suitability that is. And as you can see, I just turned to a new form. The armor actually glows in the dark. So if I change the time, I can see I'm actually glowing in the dark, and my particles are unstable, as you can see. But what's cool is I can just destroy everything I walk up to. I do only have a minute to take my whatever I'm fighting down. I'm indestructible to all forms of damage except magic attacks. But I could just destroy anything I have. If I had a mob, I would show you how I'm invincible to it. But your strength increases, everything increases. I get Omer. I can still do my flying bit. You're just incredibly OP at this state. But let's see if we survive after this minute is over, because you can see I have unstable particles here. But I have a 25 to 50% chance of dying at the end of this course. So good luck to me. Let's see if I survive or if I'm insta-killed. A lot of times you just you die, you kill yourself. So it is kind of an Achilles heel for this mode. And see, as you can see, the Achilles heel has kicked in. Because I just imploded and I just died. So you want to use this move with caution. This is kind of like a last resort Berserker uses. He really doesn't use it a lot. It's kind of like the Predator, how he sets off the nuke as a last resort when he doesn't know he's going to win or not. So you be careful when you use this move if you're playing survival or fighting anybody, because you do have a good chance of just dying at the end of it. Alright, so now on to Ant-Man's changes. So Ant-Man has had a few changes, one minor, one major. First is when you shrink, you're a little bit smaller than you used to be. I'm inside of there we go. You're a little bit smaller than you used to be. I mean, I'm so small when I'm inside of a rail, the rail is kind of covering my legs. That's how small you get. As you can see, you're closer to the ground a little bit. We get inside here, and all's dandy. That's something that was changed in version 4.3.6. You got a little bit smaller, just something I added in there, just because why not? Now, the big thing that everybody's been talking about is Giant Man. So this has been requested. You could thank General Gigan for getting it in this version, because he's the one that kept pushing me for Giant Man. He was really looking, he really just wanted to have Giant Man in the mod. So I was like, fine. So I added in Giant Man. So how this works is if you hit G, you will grow substantially larger. And now I'm Giant Man, so I can walk around as Giant Man. I'm super big. I can break blocks up here. Now, a lot of people been thinking things are bugs of Giant Man when they're not necessarily. See, because now Giant Man has both size reduction and enhancement. Go to Giant Man, you have just size reduction. You go to Ant-Man, you have size enhancement. It's just something I just thought I'd show. That actually has no effect on anything, but because why not show it? But anyways, so as Giant Man, you cannot punch things on the ground. You can just punch things at your level, and stuff of that nature. But you can walk over things. You have a good walking out, so you can walk over trees. So it's a lot faster way to actually travel. You can't jump. I mean, there's really no need to when you can just walk over everything. But look at oh my god, my shadow looks so cool. But it's just it's cool, a cool feeling to be big in Minecraft. You can just kind of break here. Still not gonna fit. I'm freaking huge. But a lot of people have been concerned because they're like, Tihyo, I can't PvP, I can't punch mobs down at the bottom. And you can't punch him, but Giant Man, what makes him special is he has double attack. And what I mean by this is this. You have two methods of attack. I mean, if you really want to punch him, just shrink again. But if I spawn these cows down, these nice, poor, innocent cows, they didn't deserve this, but it's coming to them. Giant Man has an ability called Stomp. And basically, all I have to do is walk over the cows to do damage to them. Now, Giant Man will do 20 damage when walking. Giant Man, just because of this one move, makes him a tier 4, and I'll show you why. So I could just walk over all of the mobs I want to. I mean, he could fairly well kill the Loki boss as Giant Man if you play your cards right. I've done it before. It's pretty effective because you could just stomp over all your opponents. And why this is special is it not just does a lot more damage than Ant-Man does punching, but you can be fighting people on the ground and swatting people in the air, at the same time. You have ground people attacking you, and you have air characters, people flying around you. You could be punching them and stomp on ground targets. So I thought that was neat. That's something neat Giant Man has, and I like the way that's set up. Some people may not, but I think it's a lot more effective. You do a lot more damage than you would punching. You can punch and stomp at the same time. It's just really effective, really cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's a change to Ant-Man. So now we're gonna get into the new characters, leading out of Giant Man, because he's been I just kind of walked in there. Giant Man's a new character that was added into this version. So now we're gonna get into some of the other new characters in the version these new versions. So yeah, let's get into that. All right, so we have our new character chest right here, and here's how this is split up. These characters were added in version 4.3.5, and these three were added in version 4.3.6. We're gonna go over everybody and their abilities and their main stuff they can do. So first off is Black Canary. She's pretty cool. She's not a very difficult suit to make. She's not a very easy suit to make. She's kind of in the middle. But this is the comic iteration of Black Canary. And she has her very famous Canary Cry, which was actually updated from version 4.3.5 to version 4.3.6. Made it a little bit longer, a little bit more powerful. So if I hold F key, or suitability 2, you can hear that bloodhound scream. And I can just demolish. I'm gonna get some villagers, poor villagers. I'm a superhero. Why not? We're gonna test some stuff on them. So if I use my Canary Scream, I can even kind of like, if you move quick enough, you can it'll sprawl out. So I could do that and just kind of hit all of them. It does a good amount of knockback. That guy went real far. So we could shoot it again. Killed that guy. Let's get this guy. But so. As you can see, it kind of moves around because you can actually kind of control. As you can see, it's doing that. So you can kind of hover your cursor around and kind of almost do a 180 with the scream now, as opposed to just being in one direction. That guy's dead now. Good luck to him. Canary's also got a double jump. And, I mean, that's practically all she has. I mean, that's really the gist of her abilities is, she's a skilled martial artist. And she's got a Canary Cry. Besides all her strength, speed, and acrobatics, and stuff of that nature. That's going to be it for Black Canary. So let's get into some of the other characters we have cooking here. All right, so the next character that was new to version 4.3.5 was Daredevil. We've already gone over Daredevil in another video by Deadpool went over him. If you haven't seen that, it's Deadpool Reviews. It's on my channel. It's a little mini series we have going. So Deadpool already has reviewed Daredevil. So if you want to see, if you want to see what Daredevil entitles, I'm not going to go over them in this video because Deadpool already did that for me. But if you go here, we have our just basic stuff. Just wanted to say that there is a option in the config where you can turn Daredevil specific HUD off if this annoys you or gives you a headache. As I can understand that if it does. there is a config to turn that specifically off. So let's throw that away, and we'll grab another new character. So we have Prowler. Prowler is a minor, not really somebody that's well known. He's a Marvel character. He's got some pretty cool, he's just kind of like a fighting character. He can wall climb. He's got some double jump, speed 3, acrobatics 3, some strength 3. He really doesn't. He has if I hit the suitability C, you can throw out, I believe they're gas pellets, so you can kind of mess up your peoples that way. But that's practically it. Hold F down as your standard glide for the character. V, you can shoot a flare out. Because it's all based on his gauntlets, I believe. Also, you can shoot a smoke pellet down with B, but you don't go invisible with it because you don't have stealth. But you can still use it as a distraction, I guess, if that's the kind of stuff you're into. So you have Prowler, kind of a tier 2, I believe, character, not very powerful, but nevertheless another character to add to our huge roster of characters. And for any Prowler fans out there, now we have Prowler, so sweet. So another character in this new version is the Riddler, and Riddler's kind of growing on me. I like his hat. His hat's pretty cool looking. I'm really liking the hat, dude. Really liking the hat. Also, really like his cane. If I have the weapon to equip key, I have the Riddler cane. Looks pretty cool holding it and stuff of that nature. Looks just like the cane. Kaiju Craft 333 always does great weapons models and stuff. He actually modeled the Riddler as well, so he did the whole model for this as well as Two-Face. So I really like his cane. But anyway, so let's get some villagers down in here. Now this cane actually has an ability, and a lot of people may not know this, but if I punch the cane, I'm doing my abilities. It's 3-hit villager, not bad for the Riddler. But his cane also, if you want to do more damage, if you hit shift left click, it'll electrocute you. Kind of strike lightning, which is supposed to symbolically represent you're electrocuting the guy, so you can actually do a lot more damage that way. Instead of it being a 3-hit, like such, you can kind of get him in 2 hits because you electrocute them. And electrocution is not good, kids. It hurts a lot. Another new character I'm liking is Harley Quinn. If you kind of getting the gist of this, we've kind of added in a lot of villains. And I'm kind of on this villain kick because, we have so much superheroes, and we need to get the villains. We need to, every good hero has a good villain to, complement them. So I'm trying to get in some of the villains, as you guys may have been picking up on. But we have a lot more planned for the future, but this is just some. So Harley Quinn, I'm really liking how Harley Quinn's going. She's got strength, speed, acrobatics. I love the model. Looks really cool. Also, my favorite thing is her hammer. If you hit X, you get this giant hammer. And what makes this hammer special, let me go grab some more villagers. Poor souls. What makes this hammer special is it's got some knockback on it. As you can see, I knocked that dude back, so you can kind of slug people backwards, as demonstrated right there. So she's a great character for, doing some PvP, and you're not trying to get people away from you. Like, oh no, I'm surrounded by all these people. Get the crap away from me, boy. Yeah, you can't even take me on, villager. I'm a Harley Quinn, baka, woo. So, I could just kind of, I am so sorry. I punched you into a zombie, but I don't care. Anywho. So, Harley Quinn in a nutshell, boys and girls. She can also, let me see, I think, I'm pretty positive she can hold the pistol, and I am correct. She can also fire said pistol, so that's cool. I just realized if you hit suitability 3, you spawn in the pistol. I forgot what the key was. I mean, I can't remember everything, guys. I forgot that was her key. So yeah, suitability 3. Oh yeah, it kind of looks kind of funny. I can just kind of shoot. I can kind of just shoot her. Look at the arm just kind of swaying back and forth as I fire. That's kind of funny. I look like I'm like covering my mouth like hee. I didn't do it. Bam. All right, so probably the strongest character in version 4.3.5 that was added was Abomination. I love how big he is. I love the big brawler character. It's really cool. We got another Hulk villain in here up in the house. So you have your standard, suitability 2, smashing a little bit. You can also hit R and space, and you can do your kind of leap attack, or whatever you want to call it, the Hulk jump, whatever. You can do your leap that Red Hulk and Hulk do. And that's practically it for Abomination. But I will tell you, don't underestimate this guy. This guy is strong. He has got a default strength higher than the Hulk, but Hulk, is the Hulk, so obviously when he gets madder, he gets stronger than Abomination when you fill up your rage meter. So, I mean, it's how it's supposed to be. Hulk gets mad, Hulk gets stronger than everybody else. That's why Hulk's strongest there is. Abomination, though there may not be a lot of suitabilities, he's one of those brawler characters. So, I mean, don't be a little, under intimidated of this dude, because I wouldn't want to be Robin when this guy punches you. Ting. I don't know why I was jabbing Robin like that. I'm sorry, Robin. Please forgive me. Now we're on to our version 4.3.6 new characters. First one we have to show off is Supergirl. So, in honor of the new Supergirl TV show that's been running, we're like, let's add Supergirl, because a lot of you guys have been wanting Supergirl. Why not add her? So basically, Supergirl's abilities, as you can guess, are basically Superman's. She's a little bit weaker. Like, she's got, I think she's got strength 24 or 23, so slightly below Superman. But her durability is the same as Wonder Woman's, but everything else is pretty much Superman. She's got you laser vision. That is the V key for Superman and Supergirl. You have your freeze breath that everybody loves or hates if you're on the other end, if you're receiving said freeze breath. You got your super push with the C. A lot of people I think a lot of people don't know this, but Hulk has something similar to this too, called the thunderclap. But if you hit C, you can actually push people back. Or mobs or people and players and stuff with you're shooting your breath, you're blowing on them. But with your winds. But Hulk can do the thunderclap as well. I think everybody only thinks Hulk smashes and stuff in the mod. He also does the thunderclap, so a little fun thing. You've got your flight. You've got your insane speed when you run as Supergirl, which makes you super fast. And you got your strength. You got everything. You're Supergirl, man. You're basically female Superman. So that's cool. Alright, so the next guy is the Winter Soldier. Another very requested character due to the Civil War thing coming up. So we added him because, can't wait for Civil War. He's playing a big role in that. Let's add him in. So we have our cool little arm right there and stuff of that nature. So what makes Winter Soldier... Now note, this is not a bug. Winter Soldier, Two-Face, and Harley Quinn do not render the arm in first person. It's because their model is different. As you can see, if you notice in most Minecraft, this is 1.7.10. In 1.7.10, the sides of the body have to be symmetrical. And since, he's got his arm right there, and it's not the same as his arm right there, it's a different model thing than in code. So I'm not rendering it because I tried. It looks really glitchy. Maybe in the future, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, for those of you that don't have render player API, it won't make absolutely no difference at all. But anyway, so if I hit the X key, you get your standard pistol that you can fire out. But I was like, Winter Soldier, what's he have in the movie poster? He's got a sniper rifle. So I was like, bam! Sniper rifle, suckers. So, sniper rifle, really cool. This thing does a lot of damage. How it works is if you right click and hold it. Let's get a villager subject. Can we have a volunteer here? And here's our volunteer. So we have a villager subject, and so you can't spam the sniper because who spams the sniper? But you hold F, and I miss because I'm a loser. I hold F, and you do a lot more damage than the pistol does. So it's a very strong attack. Stop it. It's a very strong attack move. As I use Optifine, works well with Optifine. Bam! Sucker headshot. So I recommend using Optifine with this thing. Makes it a little bit easier to see, but you do a lot more damage. As you can see, I'm just ferociously tapping the F key, and I'm not shooting anything. You have to hold it down for a second. That way to prevent spam. This is as fast as you're going to be able to shoot the sniper rifle. But it looks cool, so there's that. Black Adam, the arch nemesis to Shazam. So basically, I have all the abilities Shazam has. I can shoot my with the V key, shoot my very ferocious lightning strikes down. But you got all the strength. Shazam and Black Adam now have Psychic Shield. I added that. Or no, I didn't add Psychic. They always had that. I added water breathing to the two of them, so they both have water breathing now. But basically, they're basically the same. They got the same strengths, same stuff like that. I know Black Adam is weak to magic. So there's that. Watch out for them magic attacks. You may get screwed. But basically they're the same. So I'm very confident in saying that if you're going to pit two characters up against each other and want a fair fight, Shazam and Black Adam pretty much one of the fairest fights you're going to get. Because they're practically the same. One's just a villain incarnation. There's some slight differences. Like I said, Black Adam's weak to magic. I think their durability is a little bit different, but besides that, pretty much the same character. So, good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so now we're on to the final part of this mod review. I haven't gone over everything because there's so many bug fixes, so many stuff, so I encourage you guys to check out the website frequently to see all the changes and stuff, and get the full list and how everything works if, you forget how it does in this video, but like I was saying, no update can be fully complete without our good old Iron Man suits. So I haven't been adding in Iron Man suits for a while. I kind of got tired of doing it. We had 33 suits. Kind of got a little bit tiring. So I was like, but I'm getting back into it. You guys have wanted it. We're getting that Hulkbuster. It's coming, guys. We're gonna get to it soon. I could just feel it at the fingertips. We're so close. But anyway, so we added in 2 movie suits and 1 comic suit. We have the Mark 35, Mark 30, that's 34. Mark 34, 35, and the modular armor. A lot of you guys may remember this was in the 164 version. It has finally made its return. Yes, this is one of the Iron Man armors that were never ported to 1710. We finally got it back, guys. We're going to be going into that sucker. So, yeah. Let's start off with 35, or 34. I always say 35! Okay, we started at 34. Now, these suits are unique, and I'll tell you why. Because these are his disaster suits that he goes and uses to help fix, remove rubble and stuff like that. So we actually implemented something. You've got your standard repulsor system, all your good gush and stuff like that. If I just hit the right key, you've got all the stereotypical. Okay, that was. Oh, that was not a good idea. Anyways, there goes the map. But you got all your stereotypical weapons, except you don't have your guns, your flares or your rockets, because it's a disaster suit. You're supposed to be using it to help people. It's not a suit made for the weapons. You got your cool claw on your left-hand side. But what this makes the suit special is you can insta-break blocks. So if I'm on survival, guys, you don't get the block back because that would just be insanely OP. But you can do this to get places and save people. Like, say there's some guy that's like trapped somewhere in some building. You could just get in there, like you're on creative almost, and help the person out. So that's kind of how we implemented that. So you got an insta punch, removes blocks. Now don't play the tricks on me, guys. It doesn't remove bedrock, so you didn't get away with that one. But everything else, it should just insta break. Which is nice because it's something different. We don't have a character in a mod that does this on survival, so you can insta break blocks, and that's kind of the way I thought of having, because the description of the suit is you have the claw and it's made to lift heavy debris and stuff like that and carry objects, and move stuff out of the way. So I was like, let's move stuff out of the way just like this. So we just clear everything out right here and just get out of here, tree, freaking get out of here. Boy. Anyway, it's also a great way to mine. What I mean by this is you have your pickaxe handy on you. You just dig real quick down there, and then you can use your pickaxe. So that's great. Also, just want to notice, a lot of you may have noticed, I have fixed for Mark 30 and above, the separate repulsor and Iron Man fuel systems. As you can see, if I use my Unibeam here, I use my Unibeam, and I'm drained of my repulsor bar, but my fuel bar is still activated, so I can fly still. So, like I said, I fixed that, so thank you guys for reporting that in. That was a major screwy up, but it's fixed now. So let's run ourselves back in here. Bam! Punch that light out because I'm a G. So we're gonna run ourselves back in here. We're gonna put this suit back because why not? And we go and grab. Oh, I forgot one ability I have to show. I have to show it. I'm sorry. Also, to clear stuff out of the way, if you hit the F key, or I lied, it's the V key. You can do your explosions. It's not very powerful. Let's get over to something that's weak like a snow. You can destroy stuff. Just thought I'd show that. That is something unique to the suit as well. I believe some other suits may do it, but get the snowballs out of my inventory. Get in the lava, boy! You know what? I could walk all the way around, or I could take advantage of this suit and do that. See, I love it. It's just something unique about this suit. I love that suit. And this suit basically is the upgraded version of the Southpaw suit, which is this one. So we have the Red Snapper. Really like the Red Snapper. Looks cool in first person with render player API. You got your little claw in your hand. And as you can see, you got 2 claws now. So basically, as you can estimate, you're an upgraded version. You can still do your fundamental things like punching stuff, repulsors, and stuff of that nature. But now, when you hit the V key, you do a bigger explosion. So you're a little bit more powerful with your hammers. So you got a little bit more powerful hammer. So you could do a little bit more. You got a little more bang for your buck in this suit. So basically, there's not much I can say about this one except this is an upgraded version of the Mark 34 suit. But nevertheless, we have 2 new Iron Man suits for the movies. Now we're up to Mark 35, guys. So, Hulkbuster, I know that's what everybody's looking forward to. Not far away. Not far away at all. So, on to the final Iron Man suit, the modular suit. I love this thing, and I'll tell you why. Because this suit, I don't know, it's just kind of like my all-in-one suit. I really like this. And this is the only suit in the entire Rain. Why? Alright, so I just executed the Rain. Go away, Rain. And we're going to be going over the modular armor. Another reason why this update was called the modular update. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, yeah. So, what I like about this suit is like my all-in-one suit almost. Basically, each part does something different. If I put the helmet on, I have my cool HUD screen. Really not that effective because Jarvis, you can't use Jarvis unless you have the full suit on. You can't use anti-cloak unless you have the full suit on. Those are 2 things. And also the magnetic ability I'm going to be showing you. You can't use those 3 moves unless you have the full suit on. So there is an incentive for having the entire suit. But you basically can see the HUD. But the main advantage this gives you is you can do your night vision. If you hit N, you can get night vision if you just have the helmet on. So that's cool. We take this and we put on the chest plate. The chest plate's going to give us some strength, fire resistance, and also it's where all the repulsor stuff is held. So if you have just the chest plate and not the helmet, you won't see any of your HUD screen, so you won't know what you're doing. But this is where all your repulsor stuff. Why did I do that? That's what I wanted to do. This is where all your repulsor stuff is held. Your force fields, stuff of that nature. Your gliding. That stuff's all held inside of the chest plate. To add on, we have the legs, and the legs allow me when I run to get my speed boost. And that's pretty much what the legs do. It's not that special. It's just add your speed boost. Now the boots is what cool. The boots adds in my acrobatics too, and my ability to fly, and my no fall damage. So if I could literally just fly around with boots and be able to fly, and I take no fall damage. But I mean that's pretty much all you can do. So basically, if you want to be Iron Man without being Iron Man and just want to have the nice fancy shoes, modular's your suit. But you put this all on, and now you have the full modular suit. I love how this looks. You got all your abilities. You can use everything simultaneously. You can use your anti-cloak, which is you hold the Z key down, but there's nobody invisible around me, so it doesn't make a difference. But what else is new, if you have the entire suit on, is the magnet in the suit. So this is something Crimson Dynamo has that I added to the modular. So if I hit the C key, as you can see, I'm pulling the items to me. So it's a really cool thing. I don't know if many people use this. I think it can kind of be useful. We got this new update. I mean, it's only 3 Iron Man suits. But, I mean, each one, it's something new to Iron Man. We have the Insta-Break with the Mark 34 and 35. And we got the individual modular components of this suit and its ability to use a magnet. So we got Iron Man's got some new stuff coming in his very long list of achievements of abilities and stuff like that. So that's practically it, guys. I know this video was kind of long, but like I said, we just jammed 2 minor updates in the one, made it a major update, and called it good. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next Minecraft superhero survival video. We're going to be discussing topics like Superheroes Conquest, what the progress on that is, the Superheroes Unlimited official server that's coming out, how you guys can join in on that, and all that good stuff. Why can't I sprint anymore? I'm hungry, that's why. Why do I keep taking pictures? So thank you guys so much for your support. I want to thank you guys so much for 10K subs. You know, that's the reason we're trying to get this server out to you guys. You know, I want to thank you guys for that so much. It means so much to me. That's why I got version 4.3.5 out early. You know, that's why we're working on the server. It's why I'm doing all this. I'm doing all this, guys, for you because, you know, I love to see you guys, you know, enjoy the mod, play it, use it for your videos on YouTube. I love watching your videos where you use the mod. Believe it or not, I do watch a lot of videos where, you know, people are using the mods and role plays. I like to watch role plays on the stuff, but I do watch some let's plays of the mod. But so, you know, I have seen some of y'all's videos. So that was not a free invitation to start soliciting the comments of this video saying come check out my thing, because if you do that in this video, I will not watch it. I will not watch the specific link that you've sent me. This is a word from Modular Iron Man to you. If you send if you God so help me, if you put a link to a Let's Play video in this chat to solicit your thing, Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. If you guys just leave down comment section down below. Like for more Iron Man suits. Like for more DC suits, because that's what I know what you guys have been wanting. We're going to take a little bit of break on adding in Marvel suits. Though, next update, we are going to be adding in some alternate suits. Just some will include the CW Flash, because everybody keeps talking about that. It'll be next update, guys. So please stop getting out of my hair for that. We'll also be adding in some of the MCU suits, like Vision, Black Widow, you know, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. We'll be adding in some of that, but as far as new Marvel characters, there won't be any new Marvel characters for a little while. Maybe 1 or 2 here and there, but we're going to be trying to get some DC guys out to you, some DCs and some villains. We may add Marvel villains. You're probably going to add Marvel villains, but not Marvel heroes, because we have too many of those. So we'll be adding in some, basically, we're going to be adding in some DC characters, some new Iron Man suits, and some villains. So, yeah. Remember, fellow crime fighters, show your support by liking and sharing with your friends. Let them know, look at this guy. He's wearing a modular Iron Man suit. Check your videos out. And Tihyo shoes. Did I hit something? Oh. The poor Snowball all by himself. That's so sad. Get yourself out of there. Don't try to act all sympathetic to me, Snowball. Jeez.